Good morning, and I hope you've been well, and this is part 98 of the Pokemon Rejuvenation V13.5 Let's Play, set mode, no items, so with that being said and done, I guess we'll go on ahead and get this conversation started. Yay, my friends have gathered before me today. About that, Alex, why must you be friends with the Team Zen Fool? Because he is a good person, he's helped out this village more times than I can count. That aside, what can we do for you? First, we want to hear about this attack Bladestar is planning out. Rylan, spill it. I truly do not know where these assumptions are coming from. Let's say there was an attack planned. Flora would have let me know. As an executive, that is my right. Or have you considered that she's just a liar? Whether she is or is not, I know nothing about it. So let's move on. The nerve. Regardless, the fact is that Alana was attacked by a Bladestar official, a man by the name of Dr. Jankel, may I add. Oh, did that press a button? Finally remembering something? The doctor is Flora's right hand. I still don't believe there is an attack being readied, but I digress. Actually, my request actually has to do with Bladestar as well. Damien and I have been trying to reach a place called Ascilia Pyramid. Now, I know I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but I've always called it... Well, I don't think it's Ascilia, like... Ecclesia? I've always said Ascilia just to keep it simple, but I, again, just suck at pronouncing words. It is an ancient structure that houses the Spring of Rejuvenation, but we have been having issues getting there due to the presence of a dimensional rift in Zone 0, which I believe is under Bladestar's control. Another dimensional rift. Yes, I'm aware of it. It is the source of the sandstorms in Zone 0. It was put there specifically to ward Team Zen away from the pyramid that surfaced there recently. That rift needs to be quelled so that I can reach the spring. It is of most importance. With the power I received there, This is ridiculous. I have no interest in giving Team Zen an upper hand by removing a pivotal, sorry, I feel like I said that wrong, part of Bladestar's defense. Please excuse me. That went about how I expected it. So let me get this straight. You want Alana and I to tackle the rift because you can't risk yourself handling it. It's not like that. It's just that I don't mean that in a malicious way. It's just the truth, and I accept that. But I'm not so sure Alana is comfortable working with me. I think it's for the best that I work on this alone. That's how I've been working in the past, and that's how it should be. I betrayed their trust after all. So, it's honestly like really interesting because the older version, it's not really spoilers, it's just reminiscing on the past on how it played out. It did have Rylan, and Ren there. I don't remember if Damien was even there or not, honestly. I don't think he was. He might have been, but I don't think he... No, I think he was there. Yeah, he was. I remember now. So, pretty much, if anyone's curious, like, back then, she pretty much tried to do a thing like, oh, hey, why not Team Zen, Bladestar, and Alon and his friends join as one? We all have a goal in mind to, like, make things better. We may see different, views on how to get to there, but why don't we just all work together and make something, grand happen? Ren didn't like it. Rylan didn't like it. I was just kind of like in the middle pretty much, or whoever, you're playing as the pro tag was just like, oh, well, I guess we're stuck in the middle of this. And then I think Hugh and Reina, more so Hugh, made like a really funny remark, which I'm kind of surprised that they decided to like take that away in a sense, because while this one, like, it has a more... Not that that one didn't have, like, a serious tone. It did, but with this one, I feel like it's a little more serious, and it gives you more details. because, she brought up the whole thing with, I have to get to the spring, which I think she kind of detailed that after the discussion kind of fell through, but she kind of like brought it up more earlier and brought up the whole spring of, rejuvenation and the conversation about, like Dr. Jekyll and Blade Star and just how that all played out. It was a lot different than the older version. So really interesting changes on that one. It's kind of the same, but not really at the same time. But I don't know. I like both. I think I kind of like. Mm, it's weird. I like the original more, but it it would have been cool if that was kind of like integrated into what they have here. I don't know. I don't know. It's hard the word, and maybe I'm jumping the gun. They might add that scene later. I doubt it though, but I don't know. I think I like the first one a little bit more, but I think it would have been better to combine the both. Like they had this discussion, and then afterwards, Alexandra's like, "Well, I have a really dumb idea. What if we did this?" And they still kind of like kept that in with trying to like combine forces with one another. But I get why they didn't go with that anymore. I see why, but I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of hard to word. The truth is, I expected this outcome. Rylan won't hesitate to use violence to protect that rift, which is why I wanted to help both of you and Ren, sorry. However, I held hope on the possibility that he may fold and aid us in our quest, to no avail it seems. I'm sorry for wasting your time here, Alon. What? I wouldn't call it a waste. You don't know until you ask. We will prepare a ship for you and your friends to return home tomorrow morning. I'm sorry I wasted your time with that, Alon. I have nothing to say at the moment. All I'm concerned with is getting rid of that thing called Nim. The sooner the better. Fair enough. And that's like really interesting because like back then, after the conversation, um, she was pretty much like, even though he like Rylan didn't want to like stop any of that or like work together, she then brought up the whole thing about the rift and then told us to go to Ren. But they kind of like changed it that she's not really going to push it on us anymore, which is kind of interesting. Very interesting indeed. What do you mean you can't help us? We tried talking to a Bladestar executive that lives near here, but he wouldn't let up, and there are things I'm going to need to take care of. I'm heading to Zone 0 first thing in the morning, but don't worry, I'll see you guys off beforehand. Good night, guys. Alon, I wanted to... Never mind. This place smells nice. I like Hugh. It is still Hugh. Alrighty. Or well, I like that Hugh is still Hugh. Well, I guess that's that. We're on our own. Only thing we could do is sleep for the night and rush back to Grand Dream City to warn the authorities. Give me a bit for a second. I know we explored Sashela. That's not opened yet. I really wanted to explore the desert. I mean, we can, but I kind of want my team healed. And I'm a little too lazy to do some... Oh, wait. I'm dumb. There's a PC here. But, yeah, I'm too lazy to switch the team. We'll just go to bed. We can explore it soon. Good night, everyone. Hidden scene, the twins' fate unlocked. View it. Twins' fate. Ah, I see. But what's weird is why are we not in here? Maybe we're in a different room? I don't know, honestly. Oh, wait. Alon's out like a light. They must be really, really tired. It's kind of odd, though. I don't even see us there. Unless, like, we're in a bed below. And then, of course, I'm not going to ignore it. I can definitely see Reina's upset about something. They must be really, really tired. Hey, you okay? Before I was born, my mother told me that she went to a fortune teller to see if she could predict her future. Apparently, the fortune teller predicted that she would have twins. My mother didn't know she was having twins at this time and assumed she was just making things up. But lo and behold, Ren and I were born. Wow. But she predicted something else. She said that one child would work for the future and that the other would fight for the end. My mom told me this as if it were funny, but I believe in divination, legends, myths, and all that kind of stuff. And the fact that she got the twins part right with no prior knowledge. But Reina, it could have been just been a lucky guess, but Ren is working for Team Zen now. How do you explain that? You can't. The whole reason why I ran after Ren was really because I wanted to make sure he was making the right choices. This fortune teller has always scared me. I don't want to lose my brother. That is what I fear the most. I know how you feel, except I actually lost my sister. I don't know where she is, or if she's even okay. But what's lost can be found again, right? That's what Rhodia tells me anyways. Yeah, what's lost can be found. It's just hard. I'll be there for you, Reina. It's gonna be okay. Thanks, Hugh. I'll be there for you too. Thanks for being my friend. That was a really cool little scene there. And it's like, it's really interesting because like I go back to what I like said before with this game so far. I really love a lot of the changes. I love the hidden scenes and whatnot. Like they add more, but there's just some things that I kind of wish they didn't take away, like dialogue wise. It's weird and hard to word, but I'm not here to go on that rant again like I did with some of the chapters on this series. But I really like that one because like um I don't really want to get into like spoilers and whatnot, but I don't know, like it's a really cool scene with, you know, Reina being like, you know, we went to the well, my mom did, she got it right, and now I don't know. I I don't know what to do, but what I do know is I believe that, you know, my brother might be fighting for a future that has an end that isn't going to be good for anybody, and it scares me. I guess like to give like reassurance to that, we also have to keep in mind that when and this isn't really like spoiler stuff because like if you look at the game, you can find it pretty much. But when you go back and connect the dots, going back to um, Black Steeple, you know, Madam X, you know, and Nastasia, you know, are there. Nastasia's like, I think this person fits the prophecy, brings him in, and then Madam X is like, if you double cross me, betray me, it's the end. I will not deal with any of that. It's not happening, bro. So Ren gets a part of Team Zen. Whether he is a part of the prophecy. Now, you may be wondering what's the prophecy? Well, the prophecy of four lights and four darkness. When you do this, the the quest, the hidden library quest 1, 2, and 3, there's that one chamber area where you can read the four lights and four darkness, like, you know, like four lights born not from man, and then four darkness born from man, and then it kind of goes into, you know, the darkest day, the darkest night, yada yada yada. So you have that whole prophecy going, and then you have the other one at Black Steeple. If you missed it, you can't really go back to read it, but oh, I forgot what it was. Like the four darkness, like I think it was like four different like emotions, like evil, greed, and like two others. I don't remember all four of them, but like even if like Ren is one of them at this given point, you got to go back to chapter 3, where Indred himself said, you know, like the prophecies and yada yada yada. but it's not a chosen person. It could be somebody, but then tomorrow it may not be them anymore. It can switch and it can change. So as Reina is like, oh, well, I'm worried about that. If you look into the story and what it tells you at this given point, and again, like it's not spoilers, like if you look at the pieces, it's right there. It just goes to shows that he may be the prophecy and fits the role as one of the four, but it can change. Now, whether it does or doesn't, that I cannot answer because one, I don't know myself, and two, I don't want to get into spoilataries on that whole thing. So we'll leave it at that. And yeah. Meanwhile, at the Hospital of Hope, Doctor things sorry, seem to be going well with Lavender. Her levels are stable, and it seems there is even I cannot speak today. And it seems there's even an increase in compatibility as of late, by 3% as a matter of fact. Good, good. In that case, I'll leave her to her rest. We'll need her to be as strong as she can, as she possibly can, for her big day. Of course, Doctor. Forgive me, but I don't think I will stick around for that day, Isha. This is abuse. I'm not sick, and therefore I don't need to be here. I need to escape here quickly. I don't have my Pokemon to help me, but I can't rely on them for everything. Alright, if I can get to that elevator, I should be able to get on out of here. Let's see here. I don't think you can really... No, you can't. Okay. Well, that's a bro moment. Doctor? Voice crack there. I thought I heard something. Doctor, everything is ready for the examination now. Alright, very well then. Time is of the essence. Way, way, way too close for comfort. Isha never hangs around this floor at night. Why is tonight different? Can we just go say hey? Maybe help out? Alright, we'll leave you to the examination then. Please get here quickly. Why aren't you working? The elevator isn't moving at all. Isha must have turned it off. Why would he shut off an elevator in the hospital? He really must not want anyone to find him down here. Forget it, I can't give up now. Tonight's my only chance. All those years pulling books off the tight shelves better come in handy here. Come on, open. Eureka, I've done it. Well then, if I can't take the elevator, I'll have to just climb on out. I'm on level B3, which means I'm 3 levels below the ground floor. What is that down there? Is that a hatch? Something like that can't be good if it's in a hospital of all places. If I want to get on out of here, now is the perfect opportunity, but if I get out of here, people will think I've lost it. If I can get proof of this corruption, I'll not only help myself, but everyone who Isha has hurt. I'm taking the risk. I've decided that. Hugh, please don't be mad. You know, I kind of like brought it up before. I can't speak today. I understand what she's trying to do. Oh, sorry. There's no doubt that the code would be somewhere in Isha's office. This is stupid. This is so stupid, but I guess I'm stupid today. If I remember correctly, Isha's office is on the first floor of the first building. So I'll need to get to the ground floor and then find his office. And sorry for the pause there, I had to go take my dog outside. But anyways, what I was gonna say though was, oh right, there are some like little like hidden things, so do not miss out on it if you are playing along now or maybe in the future. The paint on the wall says B2, it's not the floor I'm looking for. I think it's one of these. Yeah, here we go. Oh, well, now it gives you like a little indicator. Back then it didn't really do that. Huh. I can hear people talking just outside this door. Listen in. It's been quite some time, Neve. Aye, ever since that show you and Madam X had at the lounge. How have you been holding up, still serving beer at all? And all at the bar, sorry. I've been doing what I can. Madam X still isn't too fond of my failure, but if she's keeping me around, then she must have something in mind. I see. Anyways, why did you call me? Why meet up here? I think you know why, Neve. A long time ago, Gira and Zeta and I all told. I read that wrong. Gira, Zeta, and I told each other what we fought for. Everyone was willing to share except for you and Nastasia. What does this have to do with anything? There's a girl here in extensive care with an unknown disease. She has. I'm not even gonna try pronouncing that. Just like you. You do realize I'm not the only person in the world with. Right? Right, but she told me her father also had it. And she also told me that her father was also a well known sailor in the Neverwinter area. Now, doesn't that sound familiar? She's your daughter, isn't she? Francesca. Looks like they've moved somewhere else. A strange conversation indeed. Now back to what I was going to initially say. Well, I understand it, because, like, rejuvenation, the story, like, something's gotta, like, happen, If I was, like, Lavender, for an example, and I was trapped in some weird, like, underground hospital place, and a doctor won't, like, let me go, and you're here and now, I get why you want evidence to, like, find corruption and whatnot, but right, okay, you don't have Pokemon, right? Well, that's kind of interesting. Because, like, sometimes if you play as, like, different characters, you can actually, like, see the sprite and whatnot. I guess for her you can't. But anyways, I mean, like, if I was, like, somehow in this really weird, situation, just book it. It's like, you don't need to do any of that, just book it. Just, even if, like, again, like, there's, like, a nurse, like, right there, just book it. Run. Get out, like, I get how, like, evidence can be, like, important, but, like, your safety should be the number one thing. Leave. Get out. If there is an opening, you book it. Go to authorities. Go to Rhodia. Go back to the apartment. And let, everything just, like, crumble from there, But again, Lavender is Lavender, so it is what it is, but I would certainly hope most people in a really terrible situation like that, when an opening happens, book it. Take it. Don't even think about trying to get anything else. You don't need that. What you need is safety. And to get somewhere away from somebody that has, done that to you. This is Isha's computer. I'm expecting it to ask for a password. No password needed. That's really weird. Well, whatever. There are a few things I can look at here. Oh, right, there's quite a bit of stuff we can read here. Let's go with Rejuvenation and go by it one by one. Oh, that's really cool. So you get a little bit more with, like, the records and all. And I like how, like, they redid it, that you can actually see, like, her, not sprite, but, like, her artwork. Riza Elizabeth Rader. I assume Elizabeth is, like, a middle name. Gender female. Date of birth June 19th. Gearan City. Age 18. That's really interesting because, like, she's not. Is she living in Gearing? I don't think she is. Huh. Riza Raiders. Profile is here amongst the others. Right, and down below, terminally ill, diagnosed with, and then you can kind of see, like, that black bar there. Riza was. Wait. Riza's status is terminally ill, or rather was. There's no way this was public information. If something like this got on out to the public, it would have caused an unstoppable storm. An unstoppable storm of support of support for Riza, of course, but a storm is a storm. I find it weird that she was marked as terminally ill and then she suddenly cured? And then suddenly cured. When one is terminally ill, that means that it's over for them, right? Did Riza experience some sort of miracle? Okay, so there's no photo for Mosley. Mosley Carmichael. Female, March 17th, District of Hope, 8, last seen. Missing is what it says down below on current status. This person is named Mosley Carmichael. Seems like they were born in the District of Hope. She's one of the many kids that are missing right now, huh? Gosh, she was so young too. Only 8 years old. Hopefully she turns up soon. Lavender Bloom, female, April 20th, Dream District, age 16. Current status, hospitalized. I believe that's what that says. This is my own profile. It pains me to even look at this file. I don't belong here, but Isha won't let me leave. I bet he told Hugh that I was coming down with a fever when he tried to visit me earlier. Isha, you make me sick. Veronica Vazel. Female, March 26, Guerin City, 17 years old. Hospitalized, turned to stone. Venom, you took the bullet for me back then. You were being aggressive when you found me by the fountain in the central building. I didn't really appreciate it at the time, but now I realize that you were just trying to help me. I took a risk I shouldn't have, and now you've been turned into stone. I guess me reading this right now proves that I haven't learned a thing. But if there's one thing I value over everything, it is the truth. And I won't stop until it's out there for the entire world to see. I'll figure out a way to save you. Just believe in me. Real quick. Did it say something below turned to stone? Oh, no cure found yet. That's what it said. Talon. I'm not even going to try pronouncing his last name. Male, January 18th, Akua Town, age 45. Now, this one to me is like really odd though. This file is completely wrong. What happened here? Talon is definitely not 45, and he's definitely not from Akua Town. And I'm not sure about the birthday part, but I'm pretty sure he was born on July 24th. Hospitalized, turned to stone. You know what I think? Here's an odd theory. Is it odd to say that this could actually not... Well, of course it's not Talon, but what if it's, oh my goodness, what's his name? Ice-type gym leader. I'm upset that I'm misremembering his name. Kreese. Kreese, however you pronounce his name. Like the older guy. We went on the adventure with him to Sheridan Village. He had that phone call with Martin, which I don't think we've actually seen yet at all in this game, which is kind of odd. Like, they made like this new character, but yet the only time you actually seen or heard of him was that one like phone call thing with Kreese, if I'm not mistaken. Hopefully we'll see him at some point within the game, but I don't know if we do or don't yet. But it might actually be like him, but for some reason they wrote it as Talon instead. Maybe. If not, I don't know. That would be my guess. Either way, it's pretty careless for a hospital to get something so wrong. Hospital of Hope, patient records, first name blank, last name blank, gender male, date of birth blank. Kanto Islands, approximately 53. That's odd. This file has no name or date of birth. Usually when that happens, it means that the patient can't remember where or why, where or who they are. Real quick, treated and released. Now that right there, that's interesting. Treated and release. Oddly enough, the place of birth is actually still here, vaguely. There's not much else to look at here, I guess. So, well, I don't remember that on like the older versions. I guess slight spoilers. It shouldn't be like a super long spoiler, but if you don't want to listen, that's fine. So, yeah, go to the comment section below if you don't want to be spoiled. So, yeah. Alright, we are in spoiler territory one final time. If you don't want to get spoiled, go to the comment section below. Yeah. So, going back to like the patient records for Mr. Question Marks here. Clearly that has to be Deegan. It can only be Deegan. So, if you don't know who Deegan is, Deegan was originally Tesla's husband. The one that, married her and then had a child, of course, that being Amber. But, of course, if you played Where Love Lies and you haven't, I'll say it for the millionth something time. I do have a series. If you want to watch it, that's fine. If not, you could watch somebody else or play it on your own to, experience the game and whatnot. I will give a fair warning. While I do recommend playing it, it is a very older game from Rejuvenation, and it can get very buggy. Just be aware of that. But I do have a Let's Play, and I'm sure there are others that have played it as well if you want to watch theirs instead. And yeah, there is a true ending to the game, so yeah, and in mine, I went for the true ending if anyone's curious. But anyways, back to this. You have the whole thing that Deegan within Where Love Lies was a very important character. You have the whole thing where he, resented Kada, kind of like messed around with him, hated his guts, and they got to the point that, he tried to kill Kada. I know I'm not going to say every single detail, I'm just simplifying it. They have the battle. Clear kind of like got on his head, gave him some like dimensional rift stuff so his Weavile can go pretty wacky and crazy. You win the battle, of course, and then he falls to his death, presumably. If I had to guess, after the events, Clear probably brought him back to Dr. Isha to do some experiments on and whatnot. Because if I had to guess, Clear probably, used Deegan as like a chess piece in a sense to like get, I don't want to say like a chess piece, but I mean, she definitely did play him pretty hard, but like, I guess like again, like a simple like, like a business thing, a experiment for her. Like the famous quote that she's always says, it's not personal, it's just business. It could have been anybody else. It just so happened to be you. Sorry about that. Sucks to suck. Goodbye. I got my info. I'm gonna go do something else. And she kind of did that to Deegan, with probably just testing out, the rift stuff and yada yada yada. Who knows what she was trying to do, but clearly she tried to do something. He lost, and she took him to Dr. Isha, and here's the records here. But the interesting thing, though, is even though he was presumably dead, he died by falling off, like, the waterfall area and, like, again, pretty much got, like, impaled in the head by the spike rock thing at the bottom of the water. It's interesting that it says treated and released. So, like, somehow he's out there. But you don't really know where he's at, though, because on any of the recent chapters, you learn about Deegan, because on the Nightmare Realm, when you go through Axis High and you do the whole Puppet Master thing within the Nightmare Realm and yada yada yada, you learn by Amber's Nightmare, and then you play as I think it's Lavender as well, that is like incorporated in that nightmare, that you learn that he is treated, but then he just runs out. So he's somewhere, but you don't know where. You don't know what happened to him. And it's odd. See, but like that's the weird thing though, because like originally with the Nightmare Realm, he ran away. But at the same time, it says here treated and released. So was it a thing that they intended for him to escape? Or what is it? I don't know, just kind of something odd to think about. I think we'll leave it at that though. Alrighty, we are out of spoiler territory, by the way. Archives, here we go. Dr. Isaiah Halvard. Hospital of Hope records Isaiah Halvard, a profound brain surgeon and doctor who lived in Avium pre-Calamity. Isaiah was famous for his incredible 99% success rate with his procedures. Though he was great, unfortunately, his legacy ended in tragedy. An undeniable proof of medical abuse and malpractice against his only son was found. He was thrown in jail for his actions, but escaped his confinement not long after. He then took his son and went missing. Weeks later, he was found dead at the home with... I can't really read that below. What is all of this now? Dr. Isaiah Halvard. This is all crazy. Why is this on Isha's computer? This stuff doesn't seem to be relevant, so I'm not going to pay any attention to it too much. That's the thing, though. I don't know why... I mean, I guess I can get my phone real quick. Like, I don't know why, like, they just don't let you read, like, the rest of that. Weeks later, he was found... Let me see if I can read it. His son nowhere to be found. I guess we can kind of read it. But it would be nice if you could just, like, you know, read it without it, like, disappearing. He died shortly before his 48th birthday. That's what it says. Okay. We read most of it. But yeah, it would be nice if you could just, you know, read it without it, like, disappearing like that. And then, of course, 8443 is the code. This file just has a bunch of numbers with an H in the middle. Something weird with the H in the middle, though. I wonder if this has anything to do with the passcode needed to open up the bunker. Wait, real quick. Oh wait, sorry, 8433. Sorry. The image must had something to do with the passcode. I should look at this file carefully. I'm almost certain the number are displayed from the top left to the right. So if the code is present, it would be in that format. Let's get on out of here then. Real quick, I'm pretty sure... Okay. I would assume... Nope. Nope. Just think if anything else, like, different happens. I guess we're not going back in there. Okay, let's punch in some numbers and see if it works. So we're going to want to put 8433. Yes. I can't believe that actually worked. Hugh, I did it. Right, Hugh's not here. Down we go, I guess. Okay, this doesn't look like a hospital anymore. I have a bad feeling about this. So I guess they decided to keep this area the same. Huh? That noise. It sounds like someone is crying. This window is a tad bit foggy, but I can kind of see what's going on. Wait a minute. It can't be. Oh no. How disappointing. This isn't giving us any good results. Just how exactly are we supposed to extract the memory from this one if they refuse to cooperate? Because it doesn't want that to happen, obviously. Much to our dismay, sure, but it'll succumb to us eventually. We need to be patient or else Isha will become extremely irritated with us. And you know how he gets when things don't go his way. Oh, seriously now? Come on, get up. It wasn't that bad. All we did was try to break your mind. Nothing more than that. Talking to it like that will only anger it. I already have a burn mark on my arm from the last time. Cool it, and set the machine for another round. Not long until this thing decides to give up. This is just so horrible. Well, I guess you could use the word horrible. But anyways, awful. How could they do this? I have to help that Braxton somehow. Maybe there's something around here that'll disable that machine. Come on, Lavender. You came this far. Let's not get scared now. And then I don't really think there's like any like hidden things you can find down here. I can't go in there, I'll get caught for sure. I'm pretty sure you just go in there, but I want to look around a little bit. Just in case. Definitely a lot of coffee mugs there. Huh, the door's not budging, better not cause too much of a racket. Okay. Then... okay. Can't go this way, this room looks like it's connected to the room with those scientists. And it definitely reminds me of, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's like the same thing, but the one from like Reborn. The glass, factory. This panel seems to control whatever that machine is in the next room. Sorry, but I'm turning you off now. The interesting sound. I'm trying to remember where that came from within the game. Oh yeah, the losing screen. Memory detacher systems offline. I don't believe it. It's just one thing after another with this place. And I think this is where our hard-earned tax dollars are spent on. Let's go check on the monitor. Now to help out that Braxton and break on out of here. Hey, are you okay? Please get up. I'm going to get you on out of here, okay? So please just follow me. Hold on. Didn't Malia and Venom tell me about knowing a Braxton? Yeah, I remember now. She mysteriously disappeared along with the other friends. Surely that cannot be the same one, right? It's a little odd, but I think I should try asking. By the way, this might sound kind of weird, but do you by chance know the name Venom? So you do know them. I'm a friend of theirs. I can take you to them when we escape, so just follow me. This is just great. We're not getting out of this way. There's gotta be another way to the elevator. Hey, wait, don't run off, we'll get caught. What am I doing? I'm going to get caught. Hey guys. Alright, we'll stop being goofy. Let's see. I'm kind of surprised like nothing really like happens. It would have been cool if there might have been like a little scene over there. Like with whatever like this all is. But I guess not. Let me save one more time for what's about to happen. We should be good in here for the time being, but they aren't moving. Come on, I'm trying to get on out of here. What is it, Braxton? Huh? Oh well. Hello there. This is a Pokemon, isn't it? The legendary Pokemon Giratina. I feel like you're trying to say something, but I can't understand you. Well. I totally got that. Oh, I got it. I have no idea what you're trying to tell me. Hey, are you okay? Come on, get up. This is no time to sleep. In any case, I was thinking maybe we should free this Pokemon too. If Isha's keeping this thing down here, it can't be good. What should I do? Now, this... It's really interesting. You can go about it either way, of course. I've always chose to release the Giratina. Well, actually, I'm kind of curious. What happens if you just leave it? Alright, fine. I won't release it. We'll just have to leave it here and report it once we're above ground. I'm just kind of curious, though. I want to see what happens. Crap, we took too long in here. That's right, little lady. You shouldn't be out of the bed right now. Isha will be very upset when he hears where you've been. You're in a whole lot of trouble. You want to fight, Braxton? No, you're right. We have to fight. Is she crazy? Fine. It's time we beat some sense into you. Yeah, I assume you just lose here. And if I'm not mistaken, there is no way you can really win this battle. Oh. Okay, so you still... Yeah, okay. I'm not going to go any further than this. It still kind of plays the same pretty much. Okay. So, well, let me just reload it real quick. Alright, sorry for the pause there. We're back now. We are going to release the Giratina on this Let's Play. If you don't want to, again, you don't have to. I have always felt that it's more right and beneficial, probably in the long run, if you do. Whether that is a mistake or not, I don't know, but with just using common sense, I would rather it just be out in the wild than it be down here with Dr. Isha. That's just my opinion. You seem against this idea, and I realize why that would be, but just the thought of keeping this thing down here makes me sick. If Isha starts to rampage with this in his arsenal, I think this is the right move. Let's see here. Please be quiet. We're all here to escape this miserable place, so please cooperate with us and we'll be out of here in a jiffy. I'll take that as a sign of compliance. I'm sorry, I meant mutual cooperation between two equal groups. I have no idea how I'm going to get a Pokemon this huge on out of here, but we'll make it work. I don't think we didn't hear you walking around in here. Crap, we took too long in here. That's right, little lady, you shouldn't be... Oh no. She released the Giratina Isha caught. This is bad. We can't fight a legendary Pokemon like Giratina. Legendary Pokemon Giratina. You want to fight Braxton? Looks like Giratina wants to as well. Well, what do you say? Still want to stand in our way? We're going to fight you no matter what. Legendary Pokemon or not, you are still outnumbered. Alrighty. And then of course with Giratina here, you can win the battle. Get rid of that. Yeah, why not? Well, goodbye, Braxton. Right, you're gonna have moves that are gonna lower the defense and all. And then, honestly, like with this battle, I mean, I guess I can keep a timestamp for it. I mean, I probably should because it is a boss battle. It really, like, it's not really difficult at all. I don't really know how you can lose this one. I mean, I guess to be fair, like with some like hacks and like terrible luck, you can lose. Actually, thinking about it, I actually might lose. Yeah. Because, like, if you can get, like, some games without, like, a couple, like, those paralysis, you know, you can be fine, but, yeah. I kind of feel stupid, like, saying, like, you shouldn't really lose and then it happened. I mean, with 2 paralysis happening, it kind of sucks, but, yeah. Alright, take 2. I'm just gonna get rid of you. Hypnosis. Let's play a little bit smarter. That's out. Just get rid of Clang. This time I'm gonna go after the muck. Just get rid of it. I'd honestly rather go after Minum. Let's do this. Much better game. Yeah, if you are having difficulties, I kind of did it backwards. Go after, well, I would say get rid of the Delmice first, of course, because it is going to be super effective against you. Just Oko it. And then focus on the Alola Muck, and it'd be nice to not get paralyzed. That really sucks a lot. Please. Garotna, please. And then I think we're okay. Of course. That's incredible. Now if anyone's curious, you can't use Shadow Snake because normal types don't get affected by them. Oh well, that works. Why I went for Tri-Attack, that I don't know. Weird. I'm sure you'll appreciate it quite well. How does it feel then? We're unstoppable. So this is the power of a legendary Pokemon. Now move aside before... What? Don't leave us here. Hey fellas. About before... What to do, what to do. What's going to happen to you now, Lavender? I told you to not make any attempt to escape. You are very sick, you see. And now you've released this putrid Braxton from her confinement. I didn't expect you to be such a tactless patient, Lavender. Don't worry, though. I will fix any loose ends. Braxton, leave me. I'll be fine. I can't go any further. Just go. The exit is right here, if that's what you want. Whether or not you escape is not of my concern. You no longer have the device that allowed you to effectively communicate with humans, an impressive device constructed by none other than Saki Blakery. Braxton, go. Now, what shall we do with you? You know, that's honestly something like I've always wondered, which I get it, again, like the story, like stuff has to happen, but like I've always thought of that as like a severe blunder. Like, why let Braxton go? I don't know, I've always found it odd for Isha to like do something like that. But anyways, it'll take about half a day to get back home to Grand Dream City. Just don't give the captain any headaches, alright? So you're really just shipping us off like that? Like this then? I'm not shipping you anywhere. Well, literally I am, but it's fine. You have your own life and responsibilities. I don't understand them, but just do the right thing, okay? Yeah. Anyways, I'm off to Alamissa. You guys take care of yourselves. Alon, can I ask a huge favor of you? I know things between you and Ren are kinda tense right now, but would you go after him? Leave it to me. I gotcha. Now real quick, I'll check the points just in case. Okay, yeah, leave it to be as +4. If you go for the other option, it doesn't show minus points, but I assume it's neutral. Really? Alon? You're just the best, you know that? Don't worry about us, we'll get back to Grand Dream City and warn everyone about what we know. That's the kind of task that's easy enough for these two screw-ups to handle, right Hugh? Team screw-ups. Team screw-ups. Okay, we got a long journey and I don't want to hold you up any longer. Ren said he was going to someplace called Alamissa. It's somewhere in the desert, I bet, but if you need help, I'd ask someone about it. We're off. Thanks a bunch, Alon. So that's kind of like interesting. I'm curious on what's gonna happen then, because like normally I think they kind of like joined up with you. I'm curious on that, honestly. But anyways, since the Lavender thing kind of happened, and we're like 50 something minutes in, I think that'll be it for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely do appreciate it. I love you guys. Take care of yourselves out there, and good morning.